as much hate for the Republican Party in conservative voters as there is, if not more, than liberal voters.
And I think we need to speak up more, be more anti-war more than ever.
I think he's hit on something, that it is the anti-war sentiment on either side that really gets the establishment going, because that is, if nothing else, that's what they all have to fall back on.
Because this is the key crux issue. And for years, Bill O'Reilly previously called me a jihad-loving liberal when I was
Shout out to Kellen over on IG.
Criticizing the war.
And he's got
Chris Matthews, when I was criticizing the war a couple years later, called me a right-wing racist teabagger. So
you've got a great resume, man.
I didn't change on my philosophy. I didn't change on my point of view. I have always been anti-war. I have always been anti-establishment. The system has always been pro-war, and that's the big distinction here.
You're living through a realignment that's promising, and Tucker, you helped lead it. You're sitting in a room that, watch this, we should not send one more dollar to Ukraine to that go-go dancer named Zelensky.
We should have sent him a single dollar.
The issue is...
Hold on. We should ask for the money back.
Hold on. You're sitting in a conservative event that is applauding for something. This has all been realigned. It's all changed. That an event like this that would have been predominantly conservative would have 20 years ago been totally on team neoliberal and everything.
Yep.
Maybe there might have been a little bit contrarians here. And Tucker, what do you make of that?
So before he asked Tucker, Mood, this is precisely what I'm trying to say to you, is that I when I was a never Trumper, I had this notion of what the Republican Party was. And I now can see there's as much hate for the Republican Party in conservative voters as there is, if not more, than liberal voters. And I think that's very important for us to understand. I think conservative voters have more issues with the Republican Party than liberals do. You guys agree or disagree with that?
That all of a sudden the home of not just America First, but skepticism about these foreign wars and adventures now lives in the conservative movement.
Well, I think of course, it's mostly Trump who did that. And I was just, the pivotal moment in the last election, in the 2016 election, that changed my view of everything was the night of the debate in Greenville, South Carolina, when Trump said, you know, that we didn't get anything out of the Iraq War. It was a mistake. And I remember all the dumbos on television. I mean, covering politics is the easiest thing you could ever cover.
Hey, shout out to Melted Mind Media, another awesome YouTuber. Definitely go check out his channel. Just drop the link. Welcome to the party, brother.
Right? And so these are mouth breathers. These are low IQ people. And they immediately check the notes. Oh, South Carolina is the highest military population per capita of any state. And so they all look at, oh, he said that in South Carolina. He criticized the Iraq War. He's going to get creamed in the primary. And I thought the people I know, having been in Iraq and knowing a lot of people who served there, the people who are maddest about the Iraq War, the people whose lives were disrupted or ended or severely injured by that war.
Right. And that's almost directly in line with what I was just saying, is that the people who fought in the war are going to be the people who hate the war the most. And so the people who are trying to believe in the Republican Party are the ones that have the most, I don't know what it is, but disdain for what's not going right.
And of course he won. And it was at that moment, he won the South Carolina primary. It was at that moment that they decided, Bill Kristol and the rest of the ghouls, who were trying to think about how to subvert this campaign and draw its energy for their own dark ends, they decided, oh, well, we have to stop him, and that's when the realignment happened on the left, where Liz Cheney and Bill Kristol and all these people whose core problem is they could never admit that the great adventure of their life, the Iraq War, was wrong. They could never admit it. And if they just admitted it, I mean, Liz Cheney has lived with this burden, and she's obviously a bloodthirsty freak, but one of the reasons that she is a bloodthirsty freak is that she's never been able to be honest about her own complicity in this crime. And if she would be totally free of all that. And she'd be like a normal human being who her husband could love again, and it would just be all good. But she can't. And
yeah, that's just the standard different levels where you're in the politician class and you can't be a normal person. You can't say, I made a mistake. You can't say, I changed my mind. It's a different lifestyle. It's a different way of existing.
And they're all like that. You know what I mean?
She was raised by one.
Well, there's that.
The family business is invading other foreign countries.
Oh, I know.
And displacing millions of people, lying about it, and then...
But who would go into that business? Who would want that?
I think what they're...
Only a severely damaged person. Like the problem is inside them. I just think that's true.
I think they're trying to accrue resources, and it's either that they're trying to get the oil out of the Middle East or the poppies out of the Middle East. They want fuel. So this is why I push a lot of hydrogen and like redevelopment of our hydrogen industry at home so that we don't need to go steal resources elsewhere. The problem then is trade routes. They want a trade route into India through the Mediterranean, and they want to secure this. That's a tough one to not.
Ian, you're being too logical here.
Yeah. Also,
Ian being too logical? What? I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, so I just want to make a point here about the conservative anti-war movement and why I'm so optimistic about it. I'm a firm believer that an effective anti-war movement has to be conservative. Because when you look at the things people fight for, the things that motivate people to enlist, it's God, country, and family. And when the left is anti-war, the way they discuss it is God, country, and family are stupid and you were an idiot for fighting for those things. And what conservatives can say is those things are valuable, those things are good, you are a brave and good person who was manipulated by liars who don't care about those things and we're using you to profit.
Well, now when he says, what did he say? God, family, and country. I am not one of these atheists who, oh, you said God, so I don't listen to you. I can change that meaning for me to mean whatever it is that is bigger than us that we don't understand. But the message, the religious language is so pervasive that you're not going to get people who are as willing to give the benefit of the doubt. And he's right. He's right when saying all these people on the left say, oh, God, country, and family, that's all stupid. And so if you are aware of that, then you have to take that into the type of rhetoric that you're using. Little Dick Cheney, and now that was Nikki Haley. Remember? Mood said the Republican Party went from taxes and spending to taking rights away. What rights have been taken away? Raising the debt and getting the government involved with your bodily autonomy and school curriculum and censorship. The exact opposite. I feel like this might be opposite of the original tenets. These people destroy the Republican Party from having a chance. So I'm on the one side, I completely agree with you that they destroyed the party. But I don't agree with what rights have been taken away. Name one right that has been taken away from anybody. It's the Democrats that are getting the government involved with your body with the jabs. The school curriculum are the one that is showing crazy stuff to your children. So I don't know what you're talking about. There is no right to an abortion. You don't have. So wait a minute. First of all, it's not the Republican Party that made a decision on anything with abortion. It is right now open because it goes to the states. That has nothing to do with there are states right now where you can get an abortion at 9 months. So that's the right to transition. Show me the law that says you cannot transition. Show me the law that says you cannot get married if you're gay. I'm pretty sure that the first president who came into office accepting gay marriage was Donald Trump. So what are you talking about? You're just wrong. Yeah, the stereotypes aren't helping your argument. You're acting like the other side hasn't done the same or even worse. Exactly. Okay, so those are wrong. You had it right, and now you don't. Which right did you have? Again, the right to an abortion is not a right that you ever had. It was always a privilege. Obama didn't even say, yep. You're telling me Republicans aren't pushing to secure marriage as a biblical interpretation. Some of them are, but I certainly am not. Projection. Yikes.
I do think you're half right, Seamus. What I often hear
it's better than usual.
Better than usual. When the left talks about anti-war, there are people I know I've had conversations with, and I'll make sure I carve out respect for them. But typically it's this country, this war is an affront to family and faith and stability in the economy for the other country. America sucks. We hate America. America should be.
Who likes to be wrong? Who likes to be wrong? Of course I hate to be wrong. But that's why I spend so much time making sure that I'm not wrong. You don't just get to claim that you're not wrong. You have to actually do the work and be right by the right things, not just decree that you are right.
Funding these.
Yeah, a lot of this is not for profit. A lot of this is not for strategic American goals. I don't think these people care about America. These people literally go to the Bohemian Grove and do mock child sacrifices. They literally do spirit cooking where they take bodily fluids and try to summon demons.
He's got you there, Guamtech. He's got you there.
They literally go to private islands where they hurt little babies and children in unspeakable ways that we can't even mention here on this particular frickin' broadcast. These are evil, sinister human beings that I truly do believe are worshiping a larger outside entity, a satanic, evil entity. It sounds reductive to say that, but if you look at everything they do, it doesn't add up until you put in the kind of spiritual aspect to this.
Exactly, which is why you have to stop relying on the Bible. It's not working, guys. It's not working. You can believe in whatever the fuck you want, but to think that, well, the Bible said, the Bible said, that's not working. We need the American identity to replace that spiritual aspect so that those who are secular and those who are religious, who agree that conservative values, Judeo-Christian values, whatever you want to call them, Enlightenment values, that those are the values that we should have. We need to be able to come together. And as long as you tie all of that to the Bible, you will lose. You will lose.
They have been hijacked. They are not real souls. They are individuals serving the greater evil.
I changed my answer to that.
Real quick, I want to ask a very, very quick question of everybody. Okay, Seamus, have you ever been arrested?
Oh man, why you gotta ask me that here? Yes.
You haven't? Okay,
Yes,
Tucker.
yeah.
I said, shit, me too. Put one in the chat if you have been arrested before. I've been arrested 3 times. God damn.
Have you ever been arrested?
I've been taken into custody twice.
Charlie, no? No, okay. Have you ever been detained?
No.
You ever stopped and questioned?
In Israel, yeah.
Okay, that means, and Ian, you've only ever been detained?
Yeah, my buddy had weed in the car.
That means
They
for
let me go.
everyone here on the stage,
Hey, you missed
have
me.
served. Oh, we know you've been arrested.
7 times for journalism.
Okay, this means
Got arrested on the way here.
that everyone here has done more time in any context than anyone on the Epstein client list for the Epstein client list.
Damn. I have done more time. Alone, me. I have done more time. I mean, not in prison. I was in jail. But, wow. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.